おはよう、こんにち、こんばんは。バーチャル FM からお届けするエールラジオの時間です。 Good morning, afternoon and evening. This is Airi Radio coming to you from Virtual FM エールラジオついに始まりました。紹介ということで話すこといっぱいあるよ。来週から募集コーナーもあるので、今日はその情報も一緒にお届けします。 Airi Radio is finally starting.Since this is the first broadcast, there's going to be a lot of ground to cover. But starting next week, we're going to also have some fun sections that you guys can also take part in, so stay tuned for that information. 改めまして自己紹介をさせていただきます。番組ホストのロアタリアイリです。普段はエール郵便局の局長をしながら VTuber もやっています。Without further ado, let me introduce myself real quick. I'm going to be the host, and my name is Rowatari Airi. I'm the owner of the Ailes Postal company, and I also moonlight as a VTuber.エールラジオとは何だと思っているそこのあなた。この番組で主に3つのことをします。まず第一に、局長の得意な日英特会引っかえでリスニングにも役に立つ2言語ラジオの番組配信となっています。2番目に、世の大事なニュースによってかき消されてしまいがちな小さな幸せの話やニュースをピックアップしていくよ。この中にみんなからのニュースやお話も取り上げていきます。3番目に、局長が面白いと思ったものを紹介。内容毎週変わります。So what the heck is Airi Radio? Well, we're mainly going to be doing 3 things. So number 1, for starters, this will be a dual language podcast that features everything spoken in 2 languages, which is Japanese and English, which you have heard so far. So it's going to be perfect for listening practice if you're studying. Secondly, we're going to also pick up small bites of happy news that tend to get slipped under the more serious and important matters in our day-to-day lives.Submissions will be open up for anyone who wants to share their stories too, so feel free to throw in your stories. And number 3, there will also be a wide array of topics that will be brought up out of sheer interest and curated by yours truly. And this is going to change from week to week, so I hope you guys are excited. 早速ですが、最初のコーナーに行きたいと思います。So without further ado, here's going to be the first topic of Airi Radio.まずはニュースから。局長がみんなの世界から集めた面白いニュース、ハッピーなニュースをピックアップしちゃうよ。So first off, we got the news. I've collected some fun news, happy news from your world to talk about here. 一つ目は夢のある話、宝くじ。So the first story we're looking at today is a type of dream that someone might have, which is about winning the lottery. みんな宝くじとか買ったことあるかな？スケールがいろいろと大きいアメリカでは今月パワーボールという宝くじにて歴代最高額と言われるジャックポットの合計金額が2790億円にも上ったそうです。So in America, where things tend to scale at large, the highest lottery winning was drawn this month at roughly $2 billion US dollars. そしてなんとアメリカカリフォルニア州にて1枚だけ当選券が出たそうです。So the winning ticket was sold to one lucky person in the state of California, according to the news. みんな宝くじ当たったら何買う？コメントで教えて。局長はとりあえずエール郵便局をリニューアルして従業員と配達員の賃金と勤務形態を良くしたいそしてママとパパに楽させてあげたい。その後はわかんない。What will you guys get if you won the lottery? Let me know in the comments. What I would do is I would use it to first and foremost make work life at the Ailes Postal company better with benefits for all of my employees first. And then help out my mama and papa. And then after that, I have no idea. お次は局長的なニュースのお時間。Next up is my own personal Airi news. 局長が昔荒れていたのは結構配信でもねよく話してるんだけど、嫌われるようなことばっかりしていたり、自分にもすごく嫌気がさしてて、将来に不安を覚えた10年前、自分への手紙を書いてました。So something I talk about quite often in my streams is sort of how I used to be quite the problem child growing up, doing plenty of things to make, me an unfavorable friend, classmate, acquaintance, etc. But I was also extremely self-aware of the fact, and it turns out that sort of out of anxiety, I wrote myself a letter 10 years ago addressed to myself 10 years later. 10年も経ってたので存在忘れてたんだけどね、この間ふとした会話から昔の日記を手に取った時、中からちょうど10年前に書いた10年後への自分の手紙が出てきたんだよねびっくりしたよ。 So I forgot about the existence of this letter, having been 10 years. But when I was in a conversation about writing diaries with sort of friends, I found this letter in between the pages when I pulled out my old diaries, and it was kind of, I was so surprised. 裏にコキアさんのね、インフィニティの歌詞が書いてあった手紙の中身は、当時の不安とか悩みとかがいっぱい入っててね、ちょっと今回は特別に一部抜粋して読もうかなと思います。恥ずかしいな。今まで何度やると言ってできなかったことだらけだから、今回もまた失敗するんじゃないかってすごく不安。何かを言い訳にして逃げるのだけはもう嫌だ。逃れるためだけに嘘をつくのももう嫌だ。未来の私は少し強くなれているかな。大人になれてるかな。好きな自分になれてるかな。素直な人になれてるかな。今の私はちょっとだけ嘘が多いかな。辛いし嘘はもうつきたくない。読むの辛い。これびっくりした自分で。Oh God, this is gonna be rough to read. But here we go. So on the back of this letter, there's some lyrics from Kokia's Infinity sort of scribbled onto it, and I'm gonna read some parts of the letter. Oh God. I'm afraid of failing after I've tried several times in the past and I said I would do something and ended up not. I'm afraid and anxious. I don't want to make any excuses and run away. I'm tired of lying just to get away from things. In the future, am I at least a little stronger? Am I a proper adult? Have I become someone that I can genuinely like? Have I become an honest person? Right now, I'm a little full of lies, but I don't want to lie anymore. Holy God, that got me emotional. いやー、なんか当時のことを思い出すとやっぱりねえ、局長も成長したな。It's kind of hard thinking about how I felt back then, but man, it also proves that I've grown as a person, right? ねえ、なのでちょっとこれさっき読んでこんなだったからこれも読めるかわかんないけどね、10年後の局長から10年前のね、局長へのちょっとアンサーのお手紙をね今回書いたんだけど、これ読めるかな。いやー、頑張る。愛理は10年後ちゃんと変われましたよ。プライドの高さはあんまり変わってないかもしれないけど、嘘はもうやめたよ。しっかりと自分のなりたい自分、ありのままの自分を大事にして今日も強い大人になって毎日歩んでいます。失敗は今でもします。前と変わらないくらいかもしれないけど、失敗をしてもそこから学び、次への挑戦を恐れないように頑張っています。たくさんの素敵な縁に恵まれ、いろんな人とおしゃべりしたり関わることができています。それもこれも10年前のあなたがしっかりと悩み、しっかりと考えてくれたおかげです。よく頑張りました。だから安心して10年後を待っていてね。10年後の会えるよりねえ。つらい。山のつらい声。So this is really hard to read because I didn't think this would be really hard to read, but here we are. But I wrote myself, a letter from now to myself 10 years ago. So I'm going to send that now and read it. Hopefully I don't completely break down. So, in these 10 years, yes, Airi, you were able to change yourself. Still a little proud, might I say, but I've stopped the lying. I've become who I've genuinely wanted to be, a much stronger adult. I still make mistakes, plenty of them, but I learn from the failure and I try to tell myself to never be scared of challenging myself just because of the fear of failure. I've had the pleasure of meeting several wonderful people, talking to all sorts of folks from everywhere and working with all sorts of people from everywhere. All of this happened because you took the time to think, to ponder, and to introspect all those years ago. You worked hard and you did good. So from me to you, you'll be fine in 10 years, rest assured. From yourself 10 years later. 自分 でやってて恥ずかしいけど、これすごい嘘くさいよね。God, this is so cheesy. Oh man. But you know, I'm happy to do this. I'm happy to do this. ねえ、まあでも局長のちょっと感動する話でした。感動するかわかんない。局長一人で感動してるだけかもしれない。That was my personal news of the, oh my god, it's probably of the month at this point now, but maybe it's not quite as touching for you guys, but it was my personal touching story, and I'm here to share it. ねそして今回は初回パイロットということで少し短めではありますが、そろそろお別れの時間です。みんなどうだったかな？感想をぜひコメントにして送っていただけると嬉しいです。マシュマロでもいいよ。ね、So, without further ado, the first sort of pilot episode of this is pretty much over. I know it's a little short, but it is the first time. And how did you guys think? Did you guys like it? Let me know in the comments, or you can even throw me a marshmallow. Whatever works. 来週からお便りも募集しています。詳しくは Twitter またはこの動画の概要欄の Google フォームを見てください。いろんなコーナーの質問やお便りを募集しています。質問はいろいろありますが、全部答える必要はありません。気になるものだけ投稿していただけると嬉しいです。みんなのお便りお待ちしております。So, starting next week, I'll be gathering some posts from every one of you.So if you're interested, please check either my Twitter or the description of this video and fill out the Google Form survey. You don't have to post for all of them, just the ones that interest you, and that's all good. I'm looking forward to reading all of your posts on air.